Hello and happy Vlogmas day 21. Yes, I look very strange. Today we are doing the my favorites from 2020 and from 2019 to see if they still hold up. And this is the finished look. So if you want to see how we created this, then just keep watching. Okay, let's jump in. So this side of my face is going to be last year's favorites, and this side of my face is going to be this year's favorites. I got my boxes full of things. I will say that I'm pretty sure some of these products, especially last year's, are expired because I have not like repurchased them, so I just found them in my drawer. But I mean, let's do it for the YouTube. I don't have a setting spray. I cannot find my setting spray favorite from last year. No, I literally have no idea where it is, and I don't want to really talk about it, but it was the Jeffree Star setting spray. But I'm just gonna go in with this Cica Repair Tiger Grass Calming Mist by Dr. Jart just all over my face, just as a little base. It's very calming, but then you get it in your nose, and then it's not. Let us start with primer. I'm trying to decide how I'm gonna do this, but I think I'm just gonna go at the same time, not just one side at a time. So, okay, we'll start with last year's favorites, and last year's favorite primer was the Watermelon Burst Hydrating Primer from Ciate London. I found this in the drawer, so it still smells fine, so we should be okay. I was gonna repurchase this actually, but it's expensive. So, put that on this side of the face. Oh, it smells so good though. I've actually missed that. Maybe I'll repurchase. Now, for this year's favorites, we have the Too Faced Peach and Primed and Peachy Cooling Matte Skin Perfecting Primer. This one may be expired. Oh, it's coming out though, so we'll see. It seems to be fine. Gotta get out my mirror. Yeah, I mean, both sides actually look pretty good. The primers are like completely different consistencies from each other though, so we'll see how that works. Okay, next it is brow time. And I did not think I actually still had any of my brow product that was last year's favorite, but I found like an almost full one. So the last year 2019 favorite was the Fenty Beauty MVP Brow Pencil in the shade Dark Auburn. So I guess we'll do this one first. This one has a very interesting brush, so brush up the brows. This brush is so weird. I have not used this product for a while. This is so weird because this side of my face feels cool because it's a cooling primer, and this side of my face just feels normal. Okay, brows. Oh my god. I forgot how red this is, and I forgot how like small the applicator is. Oh my god, it's so red. I totally forgot about this. I think that's probably why I stopped using it. Holy crap. Like, I actually can't. It looks like it's made for a redhead. Did I actually have brows this color last year? I have never changed my hair color. Oh my god. Okay, let's salvage that brow by adding last year's favorite brow gel, which I actually just repurchased because I'd like it to be next year's favorite, and that is the Glossier Boy Brow in the shade Clear. I actually wonder if I accidentally purchased this one in the wrong color and that's why it's never been used, but whatever, there we go. 2019 brow. Okay, 2020 brow. My favorite brow product of the year was the e.l.f. Instant Lift Brow Pencil in the shade Neutral Brown. And This baby is like $5, and that's why I transitioned, no, it's like $3. And that's why I transitioned from the MVP brow pencil, because I was like, why am I paying that much when I can get a good brow for like $3? So this one's brand new, because I bought the wrong shade last time, but let's do it. Definitely the better shade of the two for my... I feel like these may actually be the worst eyebrows I've ever done in my life, but that's okay. Now the brow gel of choice for 2020 was the Anastasia Beverly Hills brow gel in the shade Clear. Alright, brows are done. I'm going to zoom you guys in now and we will do the eyes. Okay, it's time for the eyes. So, my favorite eyeshadow primer last year was the ColourPop No Filter Concealer in the shade Fair 2. And that was because I bought this, but it was too light for myself, for like my actual concealer, so... choice. But I think this one's pretty much expired because it's a little bit crumbly now. For 2020, we have the CoverGirl Lid Lock Up eyeshadow primer. I definitely prefer this to the concealer. And it's much cheaper. Well, it's cheaper because I can't... shipping ColourPop to Canada is expensive. And this is drugstore. Okay, now, last year's eyeshadow palette choice was the Jackie Aina x Beverly Hills eyeshadow palette. So, there are like two looks I like to do in this one, but I think I'm going to do the more pinky look. So we're going to go in with the shade Supreme and put that in the crease. I will say I actually do still like this palette. I still use it, but it really only has, for me, 2 potential looks, and so then I don't use it unless I want to achieve that exact look. Now I'm going to take the shade Pinker and put that on the lid. And then I'm going to go back into the shade Supreme and blend those two together. There we go. And now, yeah, I need a little bit more of that shade here. Okay. Then I'm going to take the shade Big Wig, which is this purple shade, and put it on the outer corner. There we go. And then I'm going to take the shade Trust Issues on my middle finger and apply that to the lid. There we go. And then I'm just going to take the shade Pinker and blend that out a bit. Okay, so that's the first part of the 2019 eyeshadow complete. So now we're going to switch over to the 2020 eye. I'm going to take the Making Mauves palette from ColourPop. Yeah, you can see there's a lot of fallout from the ABH palette, which is why I do my eyeshadow first and my concealer second. So now we're going to do the Making Mauves palette. So I'm going to first take the shade Big Moves right here and put that all over the lid. Okay, now I'm going to take the shade Big Fig right down here and put that all over the lid and deepen up the crease. Okay, and lastly, I'm going to take the shade Marquee and I'm going to put that on the outer corner. And there we go. 2 completely different eye looks. I will actually use some glitter from this palette. I don't normally because it gets everywhere, but you know what? Today, I'm just gonna go big. So I'm gonna take the shade Bi-Coastal on my finger and put that on the center of the lid, similar to what we did before, and bring it into the inner corner. Ooh, that's beautiful, actually. Normally I use a ColourPop Super Shock shadow, but that's not like one of my favorites for the year, but that is stunning. Okay. So, there we go. 2 eye looks done. I'm gonna zoom you out and it's time for concealer. Okay, 2019 favorite concealer is the Sephora Bright Futures Concealer in the shade Meringue. This was my favorite concealer for much of this year as well, but I wanted to go drugstore, so you'll see that for the 2020. It's so weird doing only half the face. We'll take a beauty sponge. This one's from Morphe and blend it out. Okay. It is crazy windy outside. The snow is being blown in, I believe. Alright, there we go. And while it's still wet, we're going to go in with the powder of choice from last year, which is the Fenty Beauty Instant Retouch powder in the shade Butter. I rarely wear powder anymore, so. And we'll just put that kind of like under the eye area and around the nose. There we go. It smells so good. Lock that up tight. It goes everywhere. Now we will do the other side. The concealer of choice is the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer in the shade Fair Rose, which I believe is, oh, it doesn't actually say what number it is. This one is drugstore. Whoop, let's apply. And take a beauty blender and blend it out. Wow, using that other concealer from last year really makes me miss it, actually. I probably won't repurchase this one when it's done. Okay, now we'll take the 2020 powder of choice. Too Faced Peach Perfect ColourPop F2 brush. This stuff gets everywhere. And underneath the eye and the nose. Oh, oh. This brush clearly had red highlight on it, so we'll need to wipe that off, but can you see it's in the air? Yeah. Literally, this is only this year's favorite powder because I didn't try any other ones. Okay, back in here, and you need to be cleaned. And I'm gonna fix this, and then we'll be back. Okay, I wiped off that concealer and reapplied, and we're good now. And now I'm going to dust off the powder from this side of my face using not that brush that is dirty. Okay, and now we'll finish off the eyes. So back into the Jackie Aina palette. The lighting is changing. The sun is coming. We must hurry. We are taking the shade Big Wig again, this purple, and it's going... It's okay. And we're just gonna take it on the other end of the brush and blend it under the eye. Like so, and connect. There we go. This side is just crazy. Okay. There we go. And while we're here, we're just going to take a little bit more of this Trust Issues shade and put it in the inner corner. Perfect. And then I actually lost the eyeliner. I don't know, I must have thrown it out for this side, so we won't be applying eyeliner, but it was the Sephora X Moschino eyeliner, and they do not sell it anymore. So now I'm just going to add last year's mascara. Oh, and I didn't have a favorite mascara from last year either. So this eye is done for the meantime. Switching over to this eye, we're going to take the shade Manique, which is right here. Again, the purple on the ColourPop E10 brush. And smudge that underneath the lash line and connect it to the outer corner. There we go. Now we will do eyeliner. Okay, so the eyeliner of choice for 2020 is the Ciate London Fierce Flicks Black Liner. I'm just going to apply that. There we go. Come on, focus. Perfect. It's hard for me to see like if the camera's in focus because I don't have glasses on, so I can't really see what's going on. I'm gonna take a little bit of this shade in the Painted Desert palette that I'm using for my mirror. Just apply that to the inner corner. Perfect. Now I'm gonna zoom, well, you know what? While we're here, we'll just do mascara and we'll just get it out of the way. The mascara of choice for 2020, which will also be being applied to 2019, is the Essence Lash Princess False Effect Lash Mascara. This thing is like $3, baby. And it is so good. Like, does that not look like falsies? Hello, so pretty. Let's zoom back out and do the rest of the face. Okay, so I do not really dabble in bronzer. That's not a thing I change, so when I find one that I like, we stick with it. So for both sides, we are going to take the Benefit Hoola Bronzer, goalie, mini. This one I just love. So we're just gonna put that all over the face because it's a favorite from both years because I don't like trying to find new bronzers. Hello, editing Maya here. Please ignore how terrible the bronzer is on the one side of my face for the rest of this video. I apologize, and it does not look like this in person, and I'm so sorry, it's so bad. Bronzer is complete. Now, 2019 blush favorite, we have the Kaja, we actually have one cream and one powder for both sides. We have the Kaja Cheeky Stamp in the shade Saucy, and we have the Benefit California blush. Yep, we're gonna do the Kaja blush. It's so cute. So we'll just take a little stamp, and I love how it like looks like a heart. Like, that's so cute. Okay, blend that out. If you watched yesterday's everyday makeup routine video, I mentioned that there are some cream blushes that I do not blend out with a beauty blender, and this is one. It will like completely absorb into the sponge. Okay, and you know what? We'll actually add a little bit of the Benefit California blush. Taking the Sephora Collection Pro Mini 55.5 blush brush. This is a Rouge specialty. And I'm just gonna dip into the California blush. Again, if this is not expired, I literally got it for Christmas like 3 years ago, but it's really cute. And it matches this color perfectly. And I'm wearing a lot of blush today, but you know what? That's okay. There we go. All right, for the other side, we have any of the Glossier Cloud paints, but today we're going to use the shade Puff because it matches better this side, and the Nars blush Nars Orgasm blush in the shade Deep Throat. And I'm putting it on pretty subtly because we're gonna take the Nars blush and take this on that same brush. And just blend it over top. Blushy today. Okay. Now for highlight. So actually the same highlight was my favorite from last year and this year. And that is the Rachhloves X Pixie highlighting palette. But I decided to change it up on this side. So we will be using this for last year, as well as the Morphe R31 highlighting brush. This is what it looks like. I pan on this one, so that's pretty cool. Okay, I'm gonna take the shade Clutch and apply that to all the high points of my cheeks. And a little bit on the Cupid's bow and a little bit on the nose because we can only do half. And then for the other side, we're going to take the Beauty Crop Glow Milk Illuminating Face and Body Drops. So again, I'm just going to take a little bit of this and put it on the back of my hand. And then use my ring finger to blend that out. So take a little bit on the finger and we'll just dab it on and blend. It's a little dark for me, but I really like how it looks. Take a little and on the nose, and Cupid's bow. All right, there we go. So the face is done, and now all that's left is lips. And actually, conveniently, but also because again, I really don't purchase any lip products, we're gonna have the exact same thing on both sides, the exception of the gloss. I had a lip liner last year favorite that matched this Kylie gloss, but those lip liners did not last for me. I don't know what happened. So we will be using the NYX lip liner in the shade Mauve, the Kylie Jenner liquid lipstick in the shade Candy K, and then we'll apply the glosses for the 2 years over after. I actually cannot stress enough how much I love this lipstick, and I'm sorry about the lighting. Like, we're almost done. Okay, last year's favorite gloss, I don't have the exact shade from last year, but it was the Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb. So I have this one in the shade Baby Brute. So we're just gonna apply that to this side of the face. The best glosses. Ooh, that looks so weird. Like, one side's glossy, one side is not glossy. Okay. And then this year's favorite gloss on top of, I love the Fenty gloss from this year too. I hate to say it because I don't support him anymore, but these glosses are really good. It's the Jeffree Star lip gloss in the shade Iconic. I have 3, but this is like the clear one. We'll apply it to the 2020 side. Okay. So we are officially finished. I'm just going to put my hair down and I'll show you the final look. Okay, so I've just migrated downstairs where the lighting is better. So this is the 2020 side, and this is the 2019 side. It looks really weird to be wearing like completely different makeup on both sides of my face. Not gonna lie, but there you go. Leave your favorite beauty products from this year down below. Oh, but I will say that this side of the face, the products did hold up actually, and I still use a lot of these. And this side, well, I think we know I'm gonna go back to this concealer, but that's that. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a like, turn on the notifications, follow me on Instagram, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for the next day of Vlogmas.